Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. So if you do resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then, that might give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, we do have the Four of Pentacles. To begin the reading, this is the underlying energy for the overall reading. The Four of Pentacles is representing an energy. First and foremost, the Pentacles do represent health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. And of course, money is a big part of that, which is why the Pentacles are represented by a coin. This particular card is talking about the 3 levels of making money, but you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So it's also about your health and love, etc., your lifestyle. But the 3 levels of making money are the safe money, your heart's desires, and your crown and glory. So this is talking about where are you at in this level. This is talking about you have enough to pay your bills, but not enough to go after your heart's desires. And sometimes that can represent an energy of playing it too safe, needing to take risks, leaving your comfort zone. You notice this person does have his back to the city. And that is sometimes talking about maybe needing to leave where you're at, or wanting to move from where you're at, or move forward in a different way. Maybe something is holding you back where you're at now. And then we do have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is representing immature competition. No matter how many times I shuffle this deck, this card is coming out. A lot of the cards are coming out the same in the readings lately, and so the message is really clear from the universe. It's you need to learn from the competition, not be upset by it. So this is representing this is my Mean Girls card. The wands do represent the element of fire, and the wands are made of wood. Wood fuels the fire, and so this is talking about taking passionate action. This is the only card in the tarot deck that does have the adolescents fighting over something. Sometimes this can represent sibling rivalry, and it's also my Mean Girl card, because think about narcissistic cheerleaders, maybe grade 6 to grade 10. They are at a competition and they want that trophy, and they can see another team is, better than them, and they don't care. They want that trophy anyway, and they will do anything to get it, if they have to cheat or whatever they have to do. And if they don't succeed, their mothers will pull strings behind the scenes to make sure they do. So it's there's no learning here. Sports are actually meant to empower people through inspiration for becoming better at what you do. And you can really learn a lot from the competition. So if you can even become 1% better by watching the competition and saying, okay, let's all work on that, and by the next competition, we'll go out there, and if everybody on the team is 1% better and we have that new move, then we're probably going to deserve the trophy. So it's talking about learning from the competition instead of being bothered by it. And we have being left out in the cold, feeling isolated. This card is talking about there's 5 pentacles here. There's in tarot, this is not a lot of pentacle energy here. So there's something going on, about selling yourself short or something having happened to cause you to be in this energy. And with these 2 cards together, we have 2 people sharing 5 pentacles, so that's even worse than this. So sometimes, with this card, it could be that there's unfair competition, or this can sometimes represent tactics being used to put people in a state of isolation. Tactics to gaslighting and that type of energy, where catfishing, just defamation of character, that tactics that cause someone to feel isolated and not be able to partake in society. These two people here, this one's barefoot in the snow, and this one is on crutches with a plague bell. And in the old days, they didn't have apps. So when there was plagues around, they would hang a bell on someone's neck, and they would be forced to wear it so that when they came into town, everybody could hear them coming, and then they would, go running. So sometimes, though, this energy can mean that someone who's been forced to wear the bell has done so well and come out of this that now the bell is ringing and everybody's running towards them. I don't feel that's the case here at this point as of yet. This is saying there is a solution to the problem. The snow, if you think about snow, anyone can handle a flake or two, but if the snow keeps snowing and and a bunch of flakes get together, then it can become very heavy and it can even collapse your house. So this is talking about sometimes a lot of people coming together, or a group of people coming together to try to isolate someone and cause them to not be able to earn the pentacles. Why would they do that? We don't know yet. We're going to keep going here, and we're going to take a look and see. We do have the shift disturber here. So, these cards, man, why you cards? This is a random shift reading. Here we go. So we have, the shift disturber is a walking contradiction. He's got two swords planted here, and he's sneaking away with 5. Now, the swords in tarot do represent the element of air and basically your thoughts. And so this is your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. And this person is sneaking away with 5 swords, but has 2 planted here. We don't really understand his reasoning. But one thing we know is he's wearing a bright red cap and bright red boots. And you can see him from a mile away in broad daylight here. So if this is a thief, sometimes this could represent intellectual material or patents, that sort of energy. Or, he's not a thief in the night because it's broad daylight. This is someone sneaking around in broad daylight. But he could be sitting at a desk somewhere pushing paper, and possibly this is representing white-collar crime, So they've got, it's like, hey, he's sitting at his desk and everybody admires him for, all the extra hours he puts in. But how are you going to tell? He's doing his work, but he might be doing, money laundering, forgery, those identity theft, that type of crime. So doesn't have to be, but why is he doing this? And then the energy is also like he's looking backwards, but moving forward. And what bothers me the most about this card is the way he's carrying these swords. Like, nobody carries swords like this. Like, this is so dangerous. They're super sharp. Who carries swords like this? It just bugs me. If he trips, and he's not even looking where he's going. He could literally lose his hands here. It's so dangerous to do this. And if he's this dangerous with his own energy, how do you think he is with other people's? This is not an energy that I feel that can be trusted. Maybe it doesn't necessarily mean there's theft, but it's someone who's a bit of a buffoon, really. And then we have, this may be someone from your past. Or it could be a family member if this is sibling rivalry. We have this 6 of Cups energy is talking about reconciliation, and quite often it can be representing people coming in from your past. It can also represent like a reunion of some sort, or getting together for a family gathering, from your early days, like with your first family. There's 2 children playing in the yard here at first glance, and there's someone standing over them, watching over them. But then when you look again, you realize those aren't children. That is a gnome, and this is a little woman. And this little woman, when you look at her from the back, she looks like an old hag. And when you look at her from the front, she looks young. And both of them are wearing this white mitt. And the white mitt is saying they don't want the flowers. They don't want to get their hands dirty. The old hag is like, go away. We don't want your stupid flowers. They're not even yours to give away. They don't even belong to you. And the younger woman is being nice. So she's people pleasing. She's explaining in a nice way why they don't want the flowers. And so basically this card is saying, if someone from your past comes in that's got, you in this type of energy, are you going to people please? Are you going to be nice to them? Are you going to give them your time, your money, your energy, invest love in this sort of situation? The cups generally represent love. And so these cups also, they have white flowers in them. And in tarot, white flowers mean innocence. But these are far from innocent flowers. These flowers are datra. They're part of the nightshade family. And, if they are ingested, they can make, children and pets could become very ill from this plant. And so you would never let children play with this plant. You wouldn't plant it in your yard, if you have children or pets. And, sometimes this datra is used by shamans to, in their ceremonies, to heal childhood wounds, basically, to take you back into visions and heal what happened to you in your childhood. So this person in the background that's watching over them is someone that's just walking down the path here. This could be a total stranger. So this whole card is like full of illusions. And this is saying that possibly a situation from the past with someone that you are close to is full of illusions as well. And it can also talk about, you may have a lot of illusions from your childhood. There could be something you don't know about your childhood that is causing problems in your life, or these people know and you don't know. And there's something going on here for sure. And we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, this person standing at the turret of their castle. Now this is sitting on this energy. So they're deciding here, I have the world in my hands. That's what this globe represents. And this is someone who's, quite successful. They've planted a wand here, but quite often this reminds me of someone who's an entrepreneur. And this, remember, this is like taking passionate action. So this could be someone who has a business that's been successful where you're at. But this is like big fish in a little pond energy. He recognizes, he has the world in his hands, but he lives in a village of like 5,000 people and he's run out of clients. That's that type of energy. So sometimes this can talk about thinking about leaving where you're at. And we have that energy here as well. And, it's talking about like where you're from. So this could represent, maybe you haven't left where you were raised, and it's talking about wanting to, considering maybe expanding your business or expanding your horizons. This sometimes could represent being passionate about someone and maybe wanting to expand your family, like start a family with someone. We do have lovers here, so this lover's energy is on this card here. So do you have a lover in the past, that has caused this energy, that behind your back when you were with a lover, were they in this energy? And, it looks like they possibly were. This could be talking about maybe you have met someone else. I feel this is past energy, all of this bottom row here. But maybe now you've met someone else and you're thinking about moving to where they live, or bringing them into your situation so that you can expand your family, that we were just talking about that. So the Lover's card is actually ordained by God, and this is a very big difference from this energy. This person is sneaking around, and this person, this is not showing a happy couple, like a happy lifestyle. So this can represent some sort of energy, but this card can be saying there could be a new lover coming in, but there also could be some energy from the past these people could be to do with, this energy could be with a past lover, is basically what it's saying. And there was temptation, yeah. So the devil coming in is talking about temptation for sure. And so this is talking about, and look at the difference here. This is a couple that God ordains, and this is a couple that the devil is trying to tempt you with. So, you know, here we have a cloud in between, and this represents, the cloud quite often represents, this is someone that you have never met, or it could be someone that you know from the past, but you've never had a relationship with. This energy is talking about the devil. When the devil wants to tempt you with someone, this is two lovers that are yoked to each other. They don't have choice anymore. They've given up their choice, and they are chained to Saturn's box. And the devil's crouched over this in between them. And this is saying like they're stuck with each other, basically, or stuck together by the devil. And quite often, like this represents having love, and you know, someone that like the sun is shining on this. The sun represents God, and this is the devil, and this is talking more about lust than love. So this could indicate that someone was there was competition of some sort here, and it could have even involved a family member, something to do with a lover. Wow, like this is wild energy. So let's see, the devil, when the devil comes up, I always cover it with the next card up. I want to see the devil. You're not going to get the truth from the devil. This is very manipulative energy. And this is talking about, he always sends a minion in. So like we're talking about, you know, who does he send in to do his dirty work for him? Or can we get an idea of what is it about? Or does God cover it? Because God is saying, I'm sending you someone. And the devil is saying, I'm sending you someone. Whoa. Oh, yikes. And look at this. Look at this. So this is a soulmate. Wow. So I feel like if this card wasn't here, definitely I'd say this is a fake, someone who's trying to pretend to be a soulmate. But I feel that this energy, God has covered this energy, because God is sending you someone in, and it's a soulmate. If the devil sends someone in, it's going to be a false soulmate, you know. So I guess be aware of the fact that the devil may be trying to tempt you with someone that you lust over, or that is lusting over you, to stop this soulmate in you coming together. I feel like that's the energy. But God is sending this soulmate into you. So you're going to have to be able to discern, you know, and remember, if this is someone that you have not had you haven't had a negative relationship with a soulmate that God's sending into you. So if this is someone from your past trying to come in and say, hey, let's get back together and let's see if we can make things work out, it's because they're trying to stop you from having, this is right sitting on that competition. They want you back in this energy. So I feel there's some sort of conspiracy here to stop you from being with this soulmate and get you to come back into this fold here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you've already been with, but it could be someone, if the devil's sending in, it could be someone that has, you know, that is in this energy from the past. And God is sending in a true soulmate. So soulmates are, it's a soul contract, basically. And so it's two people that are meant to get together. They've made an agreement to get together. And this is talking about being in a strong connection with source energy, with the higher self network. And this is a healing energy. This is the Hermes symbol here. Wow, this is pretty wild. So, yes, and this is happening. And look at this. This is the conception card. So this could even be someone that wants to get you pregnant so that they have a hold on you, you know. Not the soulmate, but the devil side. And this is talking about having the freedom to choose. So I feel this is talking about passionate action taking place. So yeah, it's really interesting. The lovers are if there's a lover, if you meet someone and this is the lover, it's either God that sent them or this is the devil. And so this would be your true soulmate, and this would be someone that the devil's sending in to tempt you with, so that maybe they can get you pregnant and then really tie you up. You know what I mean? And then we have an emperor here. So what's the emperor doing here? So the emperor generally represents the four kings from the minor arcana rolled into one person. And you notice we don't really have any figures but the emperor here right now. So this could be an emperor that is this lover energy coming in from God, or it could be an emperor sending someone in to and I guess it could be the emperor himself, but I doubt it. The emperor would get someone to come in and do his dirty work for him if he's working for the devil. But the emperor generally is all about performance. So, and this energy is sitting on this sneaky energy. So this is really a different reading, man. We're going to have to clarify this. So the emperor is all about high performance. He's wearing his armor underneath his suit. The emperor doesn't usually have to play games, but if this is an emperor, like this is an authority figure, and just it's sitting right on this energy here. There's just such weird energy in this reading. Like it's just really, yeah, and it's like sending someone in that you always wanted, so that it's someone that will know exactly what to say. Like this could be someone that has been is collaborating with people from your past, and they know you really well, and so they know, hey, say this, say that, this will work, that kind of energy. They want to keep you in this energy here. They don't want you to be able to move into this stronger energy. They want you down here, Wow. Really, so this is really wild, because God is really sending in this soulmate energy, but there's a lot of people working hard to try and trick you into taking someone else into your life. Now, this could be past, present, or future, because this is everything you ever wanted. And this person is sitting, this could represent a public figure. And sometimes the emperor could be like someone that works for the public or is a public figure, someone that is well known, well respected, that type of energy. So that could be this lover being sent in, or it could be the emperor could be sent in, but we don't know here, because there's just, you would have to use your discernment. But this is saying that it's been launched. Like this is in the works. This is like happening. So let's keep going here and just see, like, so this energy, the energy here is a little bit incongruent. This is talking about having, like, 9 cups is like having the love that you wanted. And this person would be like, everything you wanted. Now, is it the fake one or the real one, though? Why does that stupid devil have to be in this reading? Okay, so this is talking about, this energy is like, his feet are turned out, and this is talking about leaking energy from the base chakra. And then, but at the top, like, he's got his arms in an infinity symbol, which is talking about infinite potential. So, this could be past. Are the cups behind? Are they above his head now? Or are they in the future? Are they in front of him? Very different energy in this reading. So we're just going to have to clarify this one. If you know what this is about, put it in the comment box below. You might be like, I know what this is about. This is a random shift reading, but definitely it is saying, it's very clear to me what's going on. What's going on is, God is sending someone in, and these people from the past, they want to keep you in this energy. Like, we have competition, And for a lover, now, is it about lust or is it about love? Is this a fake, someone that's going to pretend to be this person? Because somehow they know that this person's coming in. How do they know that? This is happening. This is talking about it's happening. And sometimes this can actually represent conception. And this is about something that you've always wished for. This card is saying be very focused right now so that you're aware of the energy. And there's an emperor involved now, whether that emperor is coming in from, God, if this emperor is coming in from the devil, or if this emperor just is responsible for sending this energy in, because God is sending this one. And then we have, feeling like this is talking about being ready for like wanting this to come in, like really like wanting to move forward, wanting to move on. But the past is coming back in here. And definitely this could be people that you've known since you were young, for sure. So that would, represent possibly family members. Now, let's keep going here. I'm going to clarify this. And I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector. We're going to see. Okay, so we have, this is Tales from the Vector, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is talking about... there's a lot of dragons for the future. I did 64 paintings and I completed them by 2020. I started this back in 2007. I'm working on it right now to bring it out, but I'm taking my time because I'm learning every time I do a reading. And these numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're in my gallery on my website. So I will put them in the order they appear here in the description box below. All right, and so you can check it out if you want to. Now, this judgment card is God's judgment. And so this is about the heart being unfettered, that this is God is judging the situation of these people trying to keep you in this energy. Yay, so God is here. And we have the courage you're going to need. This is about, that energy I was talking about. Sometimes there's illusions from your childhood that you may find some information out. This is having the courage to, dig deep and go through that, like figure out what the truth is here about what's happened in the past. And look at this shooting star energy. This is talking about this energy here. When you're wishing for something, it means you don't have it. And so if you, wish upon a shooting star, you have to participate. You can't just sit there and wait for the star to bring everything to you. So if you want a strong future, you have to participate in it. This is saying be aware of what's going on. What I don't know won't hurt me. Yes, it will. And there's something sneaky going on here. Something very sneaky involving this energy. Bastards. Excuse me. Aquarius, this is talking about Uranus energy. Uranus rules Aquarius energy. So Uranus right now is moved into the sign of Cancer. In the sign of Gemini. And Uranus, the last time it was in the sign of Gemini was in 1941 to 1949. And this energy is asking for the truth to come out. So I'm happy to see this. This happened about a month before I did this reading. And Uranus will be in the sign of Gemini for the next 7.5 to 8 years. So this is relevant if you're watching this and at any time. This is talking about the truth coming out. And a lot of truths are coming out. And this Uranus is going to be in Gemini for 7.5 years. The last time was in 1941 to 1949, if that inspires anything from you. We have an energy of Scorpio here as well. So this is about, is this energy going to, like this, wanting to move forward with someone, to add someone to your life? To make it more passionate? Is this going to elevate, or is this about conquering? again, like we have that energy. I want to point out here that when horoscope signs come in to this into a reading, I'm not talking about specific people. I'm talking about the energy of the signs themselves. And but this is the sexual gladiator, and this is just basically saying this person wants to unite. Is it to conquer or to elevate? Is this the lover God sent in, or the one that the devil sent in? This is talking, there's going to be a tower, and it's sitting right on here, and God is like on this. You need to pay attention, because it says divorce, but the worst divorce is from source. So you don't want to be picking someone that the devil sent you. You want to make sure it's this person here. And that energy, God is saying, like, the truth is going, you'll be able to tell the truth. You need to pay attention. You can't be in denial about any of this energy. Like, so, you're going to have to dig deep here. And we do have an Empress here on the soulmates. And so I feel like I feel God is saying it's an Emperor energy He's sending in. And you are in the Empress energy to be in this energy. The devil, which is really interesting, because this Empress Emperor energy has been coming up in a lot of the readings lately. The devil might also be sending, there might be a couple that's behind this energy, but I feel that the Emperor is your true soulmate energy that's being sent in by God. There's going to be a tower. A tower is when a reality check. So something will happen, and I feel like you'll know. But recognize also that whatever you've gone through, this is basically saying that you've been elevated to the Empress status because of everything you've gone through here. That you and the Emperor are meant to be together, but that there could also be an Emperor and an Empress couple that are behind this energy from the devil. That there definitely is an Empress behind it. So, because I wanted to see, who does the devil send in to do this dirty work? And there we have it. It's an Empress energy. So it could, this can be, like, why does it have to be so challenging to figure this out? And this is talking about the Chariot energy. Again, this is coming in. It's already in the making. And God is saying, you'll know. So we're going to have, if you don't trust your own judgment, trust God's judgment on this. That's the energy. Wow. I don't know how clear this is for people, but understand that that's what's going on. Basically, you'll know. You'll be able to tell, because this will be some sort of energy that's being sent in from the past. And something there's going to be a reality check here. Something will happen, and when a tower hits, it's usually a kaboom. And this also could be someone that is divorced, and you might be divorced. That's part of a clue. But I feel like, yeah, and the signs could mean something to you, or they might not. It's that's not my intention, though. Just so you know that. So, yeah, good luck with this one. All right, I do hope you've enjoyed this. Yeah, use your intuition here for sure. I do appreciate your likes and comments, and please do consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. Bye for now. Okay, little kitty.